Hello, hello. I am Natachi Mez, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this program where we get to reimagine Black mental health. Wherever you are watching this from, I invite you to join me in a deep old breath, okay? So let's take it. Big old inhale. And let it go. So today, I have the honor to be sharing with you a few poems. And so with this event being titled Reimagining Black Mental Health, I've decided to title the collection of poems that I'm presenting today, Reimagining Lineage, and really considering the ways in which how we consider our lineage, our connection to the past, present, future, how it has such a big impact on our mental health, on our self-image. And so I really hope that these poems today are able to ground us just in the expansiveness of our beings, right? Both as individuals and as collectives. So without further ado, I'm going to start reading some poems for y'all, okay? You jerk, hand shaking in response to your own sin. Stillness has fled the body and your body flees. Asynchronous mess, you are many parts and none wholly until you catch your breath when you catch your eyes in the mirror. And your eyes are my eyes, and I have returned to my body. This flesh is refuge no matter how many times I have tried to escape it. The mirror is not water, but like water it reflects. I dive into my own image, forgiven, baptized, reborn. Who is not chosen? Once upon a time, there was a people who tried to own the land. And then the land laughed, and the people were swallowed in the chuckles. The land tells us this, and we people laugh. With shifting eyes, the land assures us it was just a story, just a joke. The land laughs, and we are not swallowed. We are not swallowed, and we are not owned, not owners. We are cohabitors, co-creators. We know just enough. We know the source of what nourishes us. There is mystery, but there is no detachment. We know that fruits don't grow in produce aisles, that water is not made by faucets. Everything that feeds us is honored, protected, holy. We feed each other, holy. The land feeds us, and we feed it, loving relations. The land tells us another tall tale, and the children are horrified. I tell my little sister, don't worry. The many varieties of bananas and apples and plantains are still with us. Biodiversity has not been murdered by profit. I run to grab 4 different types of plantains as proof we feast. The land laughs, and we are not swallowed. The sun swelters on my skin this summer. I know sweat, and I know sweets, melanin and sweet fruits and the labors that birth them. I know a fullness of moonlight and the dances beneath her. I know the night intimately and can walk slow in her black-blue darkness. Don't gotta watch my back. Don't gotta pray that nobody sees my body in this shade. We are not prey. We are not prey. We are not prey. God talks to everybody. Is everybody. Not one of us who is not chosen. Please be careful when you hear me speak. I mix up my I's with we's and they's and you's, so when I say I cried myself into existence. Note the alternatives. Know that my tears are equally not my own. When I say I cried myself into existence, I mean the waters of this body have been cycling for centuries, breaking and bathing and becoming breath. 23 years old and I am still newborn. I mix up my yesterdays with today. Still can't tell my kin from my enemies. Still can't tell my skin from glory. Still can't swallow that people mix up black with death instead of gold, instead of good. Instead of God, I mix up your pupils with mirrors. Can't tell if it's safe to see self in you. How do you see yourself? There are those who drown in their own image. Instead, shall we go for a swim? We, as in I, and you, can you tell I am a woman? It is said that women are more likely to attribute their successes to others more often than men. So when I say it's on my own, know that I am not even my own. I am a conglomerate of dependencies, fluid and changed and changing. I've heard of people who have pulled themselves up from their own bootstraps, and they forget to thank the bootstraps, and now I'm crying again. Reborn and praising those who made the bootstraps. I don't know what we would do without them, without you. Without me, we, conglomerates of dependencies, fluid and changed and changing. We've been cycling for centuries, breaking, birthing, born. And I got one more piece that I'm going to share with y'all today. And this piece is tentatively titled, Lineage is Not Linear. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, silence is the complete absence of sound. Complete absence of sound. Complete absence sound. Complete. Contrary to popular belief, I believe that we are all complete beings. But would I be remiss to act as if we aren't missing anything? To miss is to long for. Somehow I have been found transforming my fault lines into lines of poetry. This is how I excavate my roots. Knowledge forms with a quake, yet whispers to me softly. Lineage is not merely linear. My jumps. Don't you know where you come from? My tongue is transfusion, meaning donation, meaning everything I am has been given to me. My parents immigrated from Nigeria, and I'm still counting their sacrifices like blessings, but migration bears a heavy knife. What dies, and so I live with a funeral at the tip of my tongue. Always mourning opportunity for its cost, a moment of silence. For everything that I have taken for granted, I am racing toward the family tree, arms wide open, deflowered and muddied, begging to be branch when I am fruit. I am fruit. I am fruit. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, silence is the complete absence of sound. Absence. No one could find the apple. How far from the tree could it have fallen if it fell? And no one was around to hear. Did it make a soundtrack of America? Strange fruit, symphonies of Black Death swaying, an orchestra of white supremacy. Many apples did not fall. They were plucked like the strings of a harp. What I am saying is this was a song, unofficial national anthem. America is no Eden. Adam's apples, wealth of nations, shame was our birthright. Look how clothed we are, dressed in skin. always on the eve of baptism, wading in the waters, yet still enough buoyancy in the black to lift every voice and sing, and sing, and sing. Jesus broke bread, black folks break beats. Different church, still communion, rhythm, sound, interspersed with silence, testimony. Even where there are holes, there is holiness. I am standing face to face with the family tree. It asks me, don't you know where you come from? I nod my head, marvel at how seeds scatter. Any soil that catches you mothers you somehow. So many curriculums attempt to alienate us from ourselves, but contrary to popular belief, I believe that we are all complete beings, that double consciousness is an out-of-body experience, that we are relearning how to return to body, heaven embodied. None of us are property, never 3/5 person, fractured but never fraction, can't even fathom our infinity. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, silence is the complete absence of sound. Sound is vibration. Every morning I rise and I set my timer for 10 minutes, close my eyes, and listen to my breath like Atlantic waves. Within the body, my belly rise and fall. Beyond the body, I hear the wind of cars that burns within the mind. I witness space expand. Sometimes a poem is birthing itself between breaths and I am watching conception. Everything I am has been given to me. To transform, I am fruit, which means I am also seed. Everywhere I go, I plant myself. In space, there is no sound. Sound needs a medium in which to travel. Here on earth, my words transport through air and beat against drums, brush hair cells and wade through air fluid. Sound comes like a swim. With a stroke, there is no place on earth with complete absence of sound. There is no time on earth when we are completely absent. Sounds like the truth. Sound is vibration. Vibration is life. We are fractured but never fractioned. Shh. Listen. Can you hear the infinity? Ah. Listen. The seeds scatter. We are fruit. Everywhere we go, we are planted. Listen. Lineage is not merely linear. We are all raising each other. I just want to thank y'all again for spending this time with me. And similar to how we began, let's close on a deep breath. Please continue to reimagine mental health, and peace be with you.
When I see you next, it's gonna be peace on the right.